Watch the Rocket League. Yeah, exactly. No, I agree, Igor. That's what I'm saying. I just want players. I want players that have that. Just when I watch it, I go, that's that good shit. You know, slogan motion. Thanks for the 7 months in a row. And that's what I don't understand is why does it feel like when I think about League, I feel like Riot's intentionally trying to not make me feel good. Like, do you remember the first time you saw a like Captain Jack QSS or the Faker outplays the Zed versus Zed? I mean, get the mirror matchups back. Get the mirror matchups back. Get the QSS back. Just get the sick shit back. Master's Age takes 3 months. You go. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Because most players aren't that level and people hate one-sided games. I know. Because people are weak, dude. Getting good at something, should take work and you should feel that accomplishment. You should see it. Right now, I feel like I've spent more time than just about anybody playing this game. And I can only demonstrate it with a handful of champs. Even if my game knowledge is superior, I can only truly demonstrate it with a handful of champions. And to me, that's sad. That my expression is limited by game design. To make League more fun, they should increase CC and damage. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, I just, it sucks. It sucks when as a coach, I'm like, oh man, I want to see you pop off Blitzcrank, but Riot's made it so you can't carry the game. So you should have picked Zyra support. Oh, Malphite top player. I wish there was more skill-oriented things for you to do other than ult every 70 seconds. Because guess what? You're not really going to be popping off because Riot's made sure that like your champion has no opportunity to express skill outside of like farming. That's like the only thing. Like when I see a Malphite that farms well, that's the thing I get hype about. I'm like, yeah, sweet. He right-clicked. He right-clicked better than a Tryndamere. That's impressive. That is impressive. Too bad he's not going to do anything other than ult sometimes. I don't know. Yeah, the Malphite, when they right-click a cannon minion, you're like, ooh! You know? Well, you know what I want? I want to see either you have full mana and you're not either poking or pushing, there's something wrong. Oh my god, there's so much mana not being used. Oh my god. Infinite mana not being used right now. Okay. That was fine, except for the fact that you didn't really try to poke down. Remember that all that HP that we didn't take away at level 1, all this time that we didn't try to land poke. Look, this makes me uncomfortable because the only way that a level 2 goes our way is if we've landed damage. Or tried to. See what I'm saying? Max range your Q damage before the level 2 would have been nice. It would have made this a lot less close. So yeah, I think that could have been a lot better. Management of resources, management of harass. I think you could have got 2, maybe 3 rotations of Q in before you even got level 2 if you were more focused on doing it. And that could have pushed you to level 2. Again, we don't want these fights to be close if we can help it. We want to have total control of the fights. We don't want them to be like 1 auto away from fucking death if we can help it. But it's cool it goes our way. Now what the hell do you buy? 500 gold. Dark Seal, that's what I like to see. The carry style, dude. I could make an argument, and maybe I should. Games like these, where the kills don't really go to you, sometimes it might be worth actually thinking about just going for like a tankier, so you would just go for the Sightstone first. Generally, I don't mind this, and we're going to see how you play it and whether or not this hurts us later. But you need to realize that their composition has a lot of dive that you can't stop. Mainly the Kayn is what I'm concerned about. So generally I say if you're not the guy getting the kills, maybe dial back on like the aggressive open a little bit. But we'll see how you play it first before I'm too judgmental. No, you need to stay there and shove the lane. I don't give a fuck about Dragon. I don't care what they do. This needs to be shoved. I don't give a fuck. You ping it. We're not doing this without shoving the lane. No way. Absolutely not happening without the wave being shoved. Jhin will be able to rotate now and defend this. So I'm not a fan. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like this. You could ping them off. You could say fuck off. You could say slob my knob, whatever you want to say in chat, but you don't have to do that. I mean, you might get it, but you should at least shove the wave before doing it. Yeah, this is textbook. This is fucking textbook. Like, we deserve this. You understand? Notice everything happened exactly as I predicted it to. First things first, Jin's able to rotate. Thresh is able to collapse. Why? Because bot's not shoved in. So they feel comfortable rotating over. Veigar, your Echo's back after shoving. To be fair, Echo probably, his name is Trolling Artist, which in itself is hilarious. Echo probably could have come along, but again, if he's thinking like I am, which who knows, if he's thinking like I am, I'm like, you guys are fucking clowns. Yeah, I don't care if it's an Infernal. Never going for it. Fuck that. Nope. Yeah, this is a mess. Yeah. And that's a mistake that's going to hurt, especially considering that this Nasus is not Quas at all. This guy's the opposite of Quas. This is... what is Quas backwards? Quas backwards is sack. Ball sack. This guy is sack. That's what this dude is. Yeah. Someone just typed shit. Way to go, Bronzy. Yeah, Quas backwards is shit, boys. Ah. Just sounds something like a drunk person would say. Hey, what's Quas backwards? It's shit! Quas backwards is fucking shit! Obviously. Oh, Thresh. Oh no, Thresh. This is a clowny play right here. I mean, just through and through. Straight league clown. Embarrassing. Just embarrassing. Let's see. I mean, it's so hideous. Flash, auto, ease the wave, throws out the BM. Not even close. Even if he hits that hook and the guy flashes into it, how is he gonna kill? And then he dies. I mean, it's just beautiful. Unreal. Amazing stuff. I learned in Korea, man. Quick interlude here. Looking at this NACE's feed though, I learned in Korea the hard way, dude. If the enemy team has Fiora and you play NACE's, you're fucked. Like, you're fucking dead. Late game, you are so dead. I feel like if you're gonna play NACE's, you have to ban Fiora. A little tip for the NACE's players out there. I played against a guy in Korea. I got a 3-0 start on NACE's. The dude just calmly farmed up for a while, and then as soon as he got, I'm pretty sure as soon as he got like Titanic Hydra or something, he just soloed me, just straight up. It wasn't even close. Yeah, I had like full build, like, well, not full build, but I had like tabbies and all that shit. Just ban Fiora, man, if you're playing NACE's. So anyways, interlude aside, let's back up a little bit here. So the gank is terrible by Thresh. The flash is terrible by Thresh. We get the turret down. Fiora destroys NACE's late game. Like, destroys him. So you get the tower down, you rotate from bottom, you're kind of floating, hovering around, thinking about what you want to do with yourself. 1 in 5, sitting pretty. I'm really not a fan of this. I don't want you finishing this early. I don't think it's worth. I want you just getting the tier 2 support item and then going boots. Finishing Frost Queens does not seem that good to me. I would rather you go boots and wait for Spell Pen. And then you'll have the leftover gold you can buy, like, I don't fucking know. You could buy Pink Ward for all I care, but I think this is just too much wasted gold. You could have already had Spell Pen boots, gives you, I'm trying to think if you would have enough. It would be close. The move speed's too important. At least in my opinion it is. But this is good. I mean, your positioning is decent here. I'm gonna actually switch it over to blue. Yeah, I'd rather see haunted guys being built up or something. I agree with that. We can't go anywhere near this Veigar, or we're gonna get clicked on. Yeah, 100%. I play a lot of this carry support style. Just the extra move speed is too important to pass up, I think. And I've tried both. I've tried this, and it doesn't feel as good to me. This dragon makes a lot more sense to me. Things are pushed in. That's fine. Fiora rotating over to bottom. I don't see anything of worry yet. Okay, I see the sight stone, so you're not going full on carry tard like me. You need to turn on that Vhagar. What are you doing? Oh boy. I don't like this play at all. This is juicy to me. I'm putting myself in your shoes here, by the way, so I'm not just being a hindsight hero. I'm pretending that I'm you and that I'm walking to this fight. What I see is I see a Vhagar who wants to rotate, and I see a fight that we're not going to win. We're not supposed to win, let's put it that way. So, what I want is I want immediate pink ward goes down as you go forward. That's how I would play this situation. As you go forward, immediate pink ward goes down, control ward, you know, whatever. Control ward goes here, right? And you just kind of path like this, but then you turn around and wait for Vhagar. So you make it seem like you're walking through. What Vhagar is going to do is he's going to he's going to path through, and then you're able to turn on him and blow him up with the echo. This is an important thing to realize. That is a squishy mage trying to rotate without the wave being pushed. We can see him the whole time. So if he decides to go back to mid, then we can assist with the fight. But we want to make sure that if he rotates, he is losing his flash. Okay? And you're wondering like, oh, do you actually do the little micro moves where you like fake, like you're running away from vision or whatever? Yes. 100% yes. Because that has the potential to trick him, especially if he doesn't have vision down here. And he sees you if he sees you walk here and then the pink ward goes down and you briefly walk back up, you might catch him in rotation. So I think that turn would have been more reliable for you than what you did. And it all, again, just comes back to the variance of it. Where, like, we can guarantee that if we hit him with an E, the guy's dead. I want you to look for it. I don't want you tunneling on fights, especially that fight was weighted against us. Or, I mean, I assumed it was because I saw Nasus, but I didn't see Fiora. I'm gonna see how you played this. I'm looking too far away from you here. God, this Nasus is a goon, isn't he? I'd reset here. I'm not feeling too great about this position. Good. After you shove this wave in, you need to go and get vision down of shit. You've got too many wards right now. Too many. I want a ward here. I want a ward here. Maybe a ward here. We need some vision now. Especially when there's like two bodies here and that you can see Vhagar. That's a time to sneak in and just drop quick vision. That vision helps. I want it. And I want it towards Baron side. For now, and then Dragon after. Yeah, you don't seem to be trying to find the picks that I want you to find. I want Sweeper upgraded, which you have. Wait, do you have? Looks like you have it now. Yeah. I want you sweeping and finding as much shit as possible and getting that vision down so that we can make picks on people in rotation. Obviously, yeah, this is great. Like, this is what you need to do. And just fight for vision and get deeper vision. Like, I want a ward as a support. You should be trying to get this ward here. This is important vision to have. Not just mid. We want some of the side lane, or we want some of the jungle warded too, the entrances. It helps. Because with Echo pressuring, it's nice to know who the hell's lingering over the walls and shit. I mean, this is fine. Step in, shove the wave. Good. Echo gets a tower. Echo really sucks at escaping. Wow, this guy blows. Big floppy. Nasus goes bottom. Zyra main. Where are your plants on this tower? Here, when the minions hit the tower, put your plants down in front of it so the tower targets the plants and you get more damage to the tower. Thank you. Sooner rather than later. That's more damage that we can use. This Echo sucks dick. You're controlling this game pretty well. I disagree with finishing. I really want to change your itemization here. I disagree with finishing Magi's. I would rather you just start building out the Haunting guys into Leandri's. I feel like you get more out of that than you would, because there's always going to be a chance that you get popped, and you'll have those stats across the board for the rest of the game. You're being kind of risky here. You'll very rarely see me finish Magi's before the other items. I only really do that as like a last resort, or if I'm like super ridiculously fed. Okay, now here we go. We got tower down. Ward, where's our pink? Pink ward goes down, you scan everything. Enemy starts pushing mid. Nothing really happens. Let's talk about this. My only issue with this my only concern with it, I think you played this pretty damn well. My only thing is that I don't know why you're not going for the Fiora over the Kayn with this E. The Kayn is not the threat to you. Really. I mean, the Kayn will be a threat, but he's not yet. The person that we have to deal with is this fucking Fiora shit. Now, this is also why I hate the Magi's, by the way, is because this is inevitable. This was bound to happen. It's just the comp that you're facing. The champion that you're playing doesn't... Zyra dies, okay? So we're not banking on getting through the game without dying. It's cool that you've done so well so far, but Zyra's gonna die. It's very hard to get good KDAs on Zyra. It's just the champion's design. In order to deal your damage, you have to fucking stand there and do your little tree freak out, make some plants. So you're eventually gonna get popped. In my opinion, Zyra plays closer to Karthus than a Lux or a Xerath. So yeah, I would rather the Haunted guys would have done more for you. But other than that, I liked how you were aware of the situation and you tried to kite back. This is all good shit by you. It's not bad. Just like shot selection was an issue with that fight. And then probably itemization a little bit hurt your tankiness too, your overall survivability. So that's our first death. That sucks for our momentum. That's okay. Shit happens. Nasus dies. That's like standard death. That was me in Korea, by the way. Long lane. Fiora runs up and kills me. Mike, man, thanks for the 7 months. Appreciate it. So you're wave clearing. That was fine. You did exactly what you're supposed to do there. You get Thresh's flash. Okay, so 4, we could see them. All right, this is an important spot here. We could see 4. You gotta poke. Has to happen. You gotta poke up. You gotta threaten that you're gonna stop their backs. I don't like how passive you played this. I think you're overdoing it here. Especially after you get his hook. You are trying. I don't want you to die, obviously, but I want you in their face trying to land some damage and scare them and waste their time. That's what I want. He just wasted hook, so as long as you don't get into this range, he can't flay you. And as long as you don't get to here, Veigar can't cage you as long as you're planning on moving back. So I want you in their face. I know it's 3v1. However, if you die, it's not the end of the world. It shouldn't be the end of the world. Because they're not going to be able to push that fast. Not unless you land no damage on the way out. See how you let them back? For free? You don't even have to touch them, by the way. You could just fake that you're going to hit them and then back away. This Nasus is a disposable henchman. You just need to fake it. You don't have to, like, you know what I mean? I don't want you to die either. I think staying alive is good. If you could stay alive and pressure them, that's the best play. Sometimes they're just gonna spaz on you and flash, which won't end the game or anything. And it might give you a chance, you know, for your team to get something done. But I don't know, man. You're getting pretty unlucky right now. I'll be honest. This is pretty my teamish right now, I gotta say. Minus a couple things. Oh boy. So who's yelling at our Nasus? Someone on your team yelling at this guy? Or is he just retarded? I'm imagining the only way that he does that is if someone's flaming him. But you never know. He's just, I doubt he's silently feeding this hard. Yep, you're making the right call. Good job. That was great. Does he actually miss this fucking smite? Meh. Meh. I think it's an okay attempt. At least Nasus is pushing top. Oh, good. It's not the worst thing in the world, dude. I mean, you could. There's no way you're stopping him from taking that Baron. I mean, maybe. I'm glad you're considering it. Maybe you push him out with your plants sometimes. But with the Nasus off side lane, I mean, it's one of those things where, yeah, exactly. Jack gets it. Like, he could come over he could come over from damn near anywhere. I think it's a risk. I think it's a risk worth taking, though. Kind of need to gamble because your Nasus is so tilted that it's like. The problem is our gamble might result in us losing shit. They're gonna get one tower here. That's how you should view this. If they get one tower, we can hold with Zyra. Like a good Zyra ult, we just gotta survive just long enough for our ult. Ping in the sky. He's so tilted, dude. Oh, well, they didn't really do much with Baron, to be totally honest. He just Nasus solo kills? That's like lottery, dude. You're like, yes. Yes, newbie Nasus, go. Be free. And then he dies, but that's worth. That's great. They didn't get anything done with Baron. They didn't, oh boy. Yeah, you should be in mid-wave clearing. Don't get caught up in this. Just keep the wave off your tower. They can't end. As long as they don't have a Baron buff for too much longer, you're fine. I don't see it. Yeah, you shouldn't be rotating to this. Just keep the wave out. The way you should view this is they just pushed with Baron, and then Kayn got solo killed by a massive feeder. So I just say, sweet, we survived the Baron push. And at this point, it's going to be a long game because you've got wave clear because you picked a good solo queue support, in my opinion. So now we can just wave clear it out until next Baron and just keep trying to regress until we can get something going. Just keep holding, dude. Hold the ship afloat. The power of wave clear. Good. They've got so many ways to kill you. So many ways. Nothing you can do about that. Fior's wasting your TP top. They start pushing down mid, which is what you want. You want that. It makes me uncomfortable that you never block the wave with an E and your damage. Try to slow the push down a little bit, because you're not always going to have such good wave clear from your teammates. I don't know how you're getting away with it this time. Normally that's like, if I don't hit the wave, then it never gets cleared. So you lucked out with teammates wave clearing. So Nasus dies to Veigar, and was there anything we could do? I honestly think what should be happening here is I should be hearing spam pings. As soon as Veigar shows his face. Right here, you should be spam pinging the fuck out of them if you could find a target. I know that you're scared to do this, but a flash E here could potentially win you the fucking game. Even if Fiora blocks it, you want this fight to happen. This is a situation where I think you should gamble, because your ADC will take care of you here. If you get Fiora, if she parries it, just flash E, juke a little bit. Hopefully she doesn't smack you with a stun, but if she parries, you're still gonna get Thresh, and then Zyra will clean it up, because there's two bottom. I would definitely, I mean, honestly, Nocturne should be going in, but they never do, right? It's your job. It sucks, but that's where you gotta man up and be like, I guess it's time. I gotta make this play or nothing's gonna happen. But if you could be quick on the trigger there, that actually might open the game up for you. I'm gonna watch your fight step by step here and see how you played it. Okay, trying to put myself in your position. So, we know that they're here. E comes out. You space really far away. This is a mechanical error as far as I'm concerned. You're spacing so far away, and I'm not really sure why. If you watch. E. Ult comes out. You should be walking back in here, not spacing so far out. The E comes up. I need to talk about this E because this is a pivotal moment. You can't miss it. Watch. 4, 3, 2, 1. Either you needed to E on top of this immediately, or what I like to do is I like to wait. This is a tanky Kayn, okay? Wait for him to ult. He will inevitably ult. Just deal your damage and wait for the ult to come out, and then you're gonna E. But because you rush it, we don't have the E when he comes out of ult, and we wasted the shit. Same thing here. I find it weird. Like, we know that Kayn just ulted. He pops the wall. Your instinct should be to E here, because he just gap closed to you. That should just be instant E. I don't know why your move... I don't know why you wait so long. E should be the first thing you do when a target like Kayn gets on top of you. I am nitpicking you a little bit because it is an important fight. Like the way that you played both E's in that fight was very like rushed and weird. Not rushed. The time where it should have been rushed, you held it. I don't know why. He had already ulted in front of you and you saw it. Try to put yourself in your opponent's position and think about what's the most dangerous target. In that case, it's Fiora and Kayn. Well, this game's case. Thresh is weak as shit. That kid's garbage. Kid's 0-10. Kayn and Fiora, who we have to watch. If he saved E, would it be worth to just save it until he dives? No, because by the time that he gets to tower, he'll have his E back up again. Off of the root. The problem is, since we didn't root him off of his ult, he gets way too many rotations of spells off in that fight. Doesn't end the game right yet though. So we get Baron. We don't have any sums. We had to use them, which sucks. NEACE is pushing again. You should be poking out. You shouldn't be running away. You should be pushing out. Moving forward. See how NEACE is pushing? And we're not really, you're not even like buffing the creeps. You should be up, encouraging your team to move forward. Like pinging people and shit. In my opinion, this is a fight that we want. We don't want to fight, per se, but we want to poke. I know you don't have flash, I get it. But this guy's gonna shred the fucking bot side of the map here in a second. Again, you should be up here, wave clearing, poking. You have to rely on your mechanics here. There's no way you win. So they get an inhib. Redemption goes out. Alright, well your ADC gets one shot. That's probably game. I'm gonna be honest. And then you get the gat. Ooh, but Echo's clutching it. Wow, we don't lose off of that. Impressive. Yeah, I mean, you don't have flash. It's whatevs. Nothing you can do about it. You're just in the shitty position because of comps at this point. Oh, NEACE, let's see it. What? This kid is a Muppet. Muppet. I just can't believe this. Yep. I mean, yeah, I farmed 40 minutes for this moment. I know. That's exactly what I was thinking. Why would he flash forward? Why not just stay on the Kayn? Like, what is he doing? He just flashes into 5 people when he has a target that he can play against.
Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
mean, my biggest takeaway from your gameplay is just there's like champion specific circumstances where you're like you're throwing your E out without realizing that if you miss it, it ruins how quickly you're going to take people down. Like that is honestly your biggest weakness mechanically in this game. Macro wise, you didn't really do that many things wrong. Wards could be a little bit better. Obviously, you could have got vision down a little bit more efficiently, like quicker to look for picks. You definitely could have poked a little bit more in some of the lamer spots where Nasus was split pushing and the game was already in a pretty dark place. But other than that, I don't really know what you're supposed to do in this one, dude. Like I said, like some of the E's, I know that you rushed them, and it was more of a because you didn't know, you weren't expecting the champion to ult or whatever. Yeah, it's like either you need to place it off of CC that you see going down. So like, if you're facing Kane, you see him get CC'd, you got to CC him right away with the E and chain him before you can ult, if you can. Most of the time, though, it's better to just wait for the ult and then watch it and see where he goes. And at that point, then you play the E. The problem was you kept wasting it, and then it would put you in a compromising position. It's like, fuck, if I never even used it on him and let him just kill himself and waste his ult, then I could have killed his backline when he disengaged out. So it was like really close spots that could have made all the difference. I think, though, overall, you played the tower defenses about as well as I've seen anyone play them. Like, you played them like you knew that if you died, that sucks. And even at the end of the game, you were here. So this is about as close to a team game in gold that I think I've ever seen. Because you managed your... I also disagree with your itemization, which I think you can adjust and see a little bit better spikes with. But this is the closest one I've seen from the support role to my team in a long time. I mean, you had a guy go 2 and 19. And if anything, this is a pretty good argument for the coaching too, is because it's like you held this game up for 42 and a half minutes and it was dangerously close to going your way pending like one good team fight. So I think it's quite an improvement on your gameplay. And just more importantly, because I've seen you play before, and more importantly, because it seemed like this could very easily swing. You probably could win. I think this fight, if your shot selection is a little bit better, I think that if I back it up. Depending on how you rotated your cooldowns here, I want you to watch the E you throw very closely. See that rushed E? Now guess what? We can't use it on the back line. You see what I'm saying? I mean, hell, imagine here if you had E and you just fucking flash EQ right here. Do you understand? This is what I'm talking about with, like, if we waste it, we can't do anything. Like, our fight is useless. The E cooldown is so fucking long. Imagine though, if you take the Kane, or you take this backline out. Totally different game. But anyways, I'm nitpicking. This was a hard game. There's little itemization errors, choices of Dragon, which was messy. But overall, this is pretty good replay, dude. I do not see how you don't climb. I just don't. You played better than you played in this game. You played it collected. You played it really collected, like someone who's like Diamond, at least, on support. Like, and your win rate shows that it's paying off, because you've won 72% out of your last 18 on Zyra. and you're pretty much clawing your way out of like a hard stuck account. So I think it's a pretty good argument, dude. So good job. This is good. Just keep grinding. Yeah, wait, what was the damage on that one? I have to know. Do we have the loss here? It was a ridiculous loss. Here it was. $42K, matching the mid, out damaging your AD carry, and almost carrying a dude who was 2-19. I would say that's a pretty good effort. I would just say keep clawing away, dude. Keep chugging along. Your win rate speaks for itself. Just keep working at it, stay cool, collected, and you'll have no problem based on what I just saw here. Good job. Cool. YouTube. Sub button above my head. Videos to click. Things to do. Hype coaching to coach. Hope you liked it. It's NEACE, No Bullshit Gamer. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the next coaching. I'm out. Peace. Cracks. Thank you.